Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Well,
That's good. Is your name Zana?
yes,
Am I saying that correct?
yes.
Okay, my name is Jade. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Okay. Um, are you also a teacher?
No.
No. Okay. The last lady that I spoke to was a teacher, so I thought maybe you were too. Okay,
Hello.
that's okay. Okay. So today, I just want to, there we go. We are going to be looking at Easter. Has the presentation come up for you, Zana?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to ask you some questions and we're just going to discuss the questions if that's okay with
Okay.
you. Okay. At about 25 minutes, just because we're on Zoom, I'm going to just end the meeting and then I'll restart it again immediately, just
Okay.
so we do the full 50 minutes. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, Zana. So the first question is this one. And my question is, how is Easter celebrated in your country or community?
So, on Easter, we make Easter bread the
Mhm.
day before, and we paint the eggs. And after that, we can mm, prepare some other foods, but this is the necessary one. And then we go to the church where the pastor is dropping saint water on this food.
Holy
So this,
water, maybe. Is it?
oh, holy water,
Holy
yes.
water. Yes, I understand. Yes, yes.
Holy water on that products, and they become holy also. And then we eat them.
Okay. That's very interesting. Does he put the holy water? Is it a type of bread that you eat?
What?
Um, you said he puts holy water on food that you eat.
Yes, but not like pouring, but dropping with,
Mm.
I don't know how it's called even on my language.
Hmm.
It,
I'm trying to
like
think.
a little brush
Hmm.
you drop into water and then you do like this.
Oh, okay, I understand. Okay. Does this mean he's making it clean or purifying?
Yeah, like purifying, spreading the water.
Okay, that's very interesting. Do you go to church every day? 'Cause do you guys do Easter for a week, I think, or 7 days, is it?
One day,
Is it just one day?
yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay. Um, okay, that's very insightful. Thank you, Zana. Should we move on to the next question?
It's,
Okay. So the next question is this one, and that is, do you think Easter is more of a religious or a cultural holiday today, and why?
today it's more cultural, but it used to be more religious before.
Mm. Okay. And why do you say that it's more cultural today than religious?
Well, I don't think it's still religious because religion it's not that uh, mm, influence influenceful, or can I say like this,
In
on people.
Okay.
So
Yes.
even people that don't believe in God really hard can celebrate Easter.
Okay, I understand. So you think it's not influenced, it's not religious anymore because people that aren't complete believers celebrate Easter. Is that what you're trying to
Yes.
explain? Okay, it makes sense. I understand. A lot of people do celebrate Easter. Here where I live, we do Easter, anyone does Easter, but we do the Easter egg hunts with the kids where they look for eggs that are hiding everywhere. So it's not everyone necessarily goes to church on Easter. Yeah. Okay, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Now, Zana, my next question is what Easter traditions from your childhood do you still remember fondly?
Well, to paint eggs, but not with color, but with wax.
Could you repeat that? With what do you paint the eggs, Zana?
Wax.
With wax,
Yes, wax.
like candle wax. Oh, that's interesting. How do you paint them with the wax?
So you take eggs and you can pour it or not in paint,
Mm,
any color you want, but
mm,
it's better to be light. And then you put a wax on parts which you want to stay this color,
mm,
and then you pour an egg in another color and also paint with wax the parts you want stay in that color,
mm,
and like that till you use all colors you want. And after that you heat an egg upon candle,
mm.
and you swipe the wax from the egg, and only different colors stay.
Okay. But does the wax, I'm asking because I'm curious, but does the wax not peel off the egg once you paint it on?
Yeah, it will peel off the egg.
Okay.
Maybe I can, at the end of the class, I can show you some photos.
That sounds very interesting. It would be very interesting to see because we don't do that here at all. And do you hide the eggs once you've painted them, or what do you do with the eggs after you've painted them?
We have like an egg fight. Maybe you have it too.
No, do you throw the eggs at each other?
We take two eggs, and we should like hit them,
Mm,
and the ones that breaks lose, and the owner should eat it, and the
mm.
ones that survived should go on the next level.
Okay, that's very interesting. We don't do that at all. We don't if someone paints eggs, they do it with normal just like a paintbrush and paint. So it's very interesting to hear that you do that you paint the eggs first of all with wax and then that you do the egg fights. That's very interesting.
I personally don't paint the eggs this way anymore because it takes a lot of time, which I don't have, and a lot of instruments,
Mm.
which my grandmother had, and I don't.
So you can't do it anymore. But do people normally do them until they adults, or do they just do them whilst they're kids or teenagers, children or teenagers?
Do what?
The painting with the eggs and the egg fights, do people only do them whilst when they're children, or do they do them as children, teenagers, adults,
No, they always do it.
or does everyone do it? That sounds very fun. Very, very fun actually. Very different to what we do, but it sounds very fun. Um, so I'm going to ask you about the next question. So the next question is, how do you feel about the commercialization of Easter? For example, chocolate eggs or decorations.
Well, I didn't think of it, but it don't makes me happy or angry anyway. So,
Mm.
commer I can't
Com
read this word.
Commercialization.
Commercialization,
Mm.
it make it easier for someone that don't want to spend a lot of time. So you could buy a paint or you could buy a Easter bread itself. You don't have to make it by yourself.
Mm.
Uh, but some people still can do it by themselves, so it don't really influence on people that want to do it.
Mm. Do you think the fact that they make the Easter, the things that we buy for Easter more expensive, do you think that is a problem during the Easter time, the festive time?
It is not really good, but
Mm.
it's marketing. They have a holiday and they have people that don't want to spend their time on that holiday and they have enough money to not spend their time. So it's like a good deal.
Mm. Okay, well, it makes sense. It makes sense to me.
Do you paint X with paint you buy, or do you paint them with some natural paint?
It's not very big here where we live. A lot of people, it's more something we see countries like America do, where they paint the eggs. Sometimes they do it in kindergarten or the nursery schools. The kids paint them, but they buy the paint. I've never heard of anyone making the paint themselves. I think they just buy an acrylic or a paint. They just go to the shops and buy any paint they
Not
can find.
acrylic.
I think that's
Um,
exactly what they use. Or oil paint, maybe. Oil paint or acrylic paint, maybe.
no.
Mm.
I've never heard people painting an eggs with acrylic
I,
paints. I meant the paint that you pour into water and
mm.
then you put egg inside of this water and it colors.
Oh, do you mean like dyeing the paint? Ugh, dyeing the
Yes.
eggs. Yes, we dyed. I've heard of people doing it. I've seen people have done it, but I think the problem is the paint, the dye isn't very vibrant on the eggs. So I think a lot of people don't do it, but it is a more natural way to do it. It's better, especially for the children, to dye it that way. But I don't think the kids can work with the because I think you boil I don't know, but I think you boil the water. The water's hot when you dye the eggs. I'm not
Yes.
sure. Yeah. So
But I meant like you
mm.
can buy the dye for eggs or you can do it by yourself.
Oh. You see, we don't have dye here for eggs. It's very
Yeah.
interesting. We don't have things like that. It's not common in South Africa. But it's very interesting to see the different cultures and how
It's
people do things
interesting.
differently. Yes, it's very interesting. Um, Zana, I'm going to ask you this next question. So do you do Easter egg hunts in Ukraine?
No,
No. Okay. So the next question, I'm not sure if maybe by any chance you may have done it, but have you ever
no,
taken part in an Easter egg hunt?
no.
No, not at all. Okay, it's understandable. So then the next question is, what food or dishes are traditionally prepared for Easter where you live?
So traditionally it's eggs
Mm.
and Why try to tell gingerbread, Easter bread?
Easter bread. Okay.
Sorry, can I go and close the door for a second, please? Thank you.
Yes, that's fine.
А тебе больше не надо кухня, please? But in more religious and traditional families like my grandmother's,
Hmm.
it has really strict rites that I couldn't remember them because they're a lot.
Hmm.
I will. Can I tell about Christmas necessities?
Yes,
So
you're
on
welcome to.
Christmas,
Hmm.
there should be two cakes, 12 dishes out of meat,
Hmm.
three garniers, three salads,
Hmm.
uh, two meat and cheese plates,
Sure.
one. You probably don't know what kutia is because I've never seen anyone do it, not in Ukraine.
Okay.
And there should be three different drinks.
Okay. So is your grandmother very traditional on
Yes.
the festive times? That's very nice. And what kind of meats do you prepare? Can it be any meat?
Any.
Any meat. Okay. So is fish and pork allowed?
Mm, yes, it is.
Okay. That's very interesting. And are you allowed to drink wine during that time?
Me?
Well, not you, but I'm not sure if you're alive, if you're legal, but adults, are they allowed to drink wine or alcohol or anything like that?
Yes, yes, they are.
Okay.
They usually drink a lot, like
Mm.
all kind of alcohols.
Okay. Okay. Because some cultures don't allow people to eat or drink certain things, and it's quite common for certain cultures not to drink any alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, like they have it also, but it's not about drinking.
Mm.
You can't eat one day before Christmas.
Okay. So do you fast then with Easter as well, where you don't eat certain things or at all?
No, on Easter, I eat.
Okay. That
I
makes
always
sense.
eat.
Okay. That's very interesting. It's interesting because I had a similar class with another Ukrainian student, and her traditions were very different. And she said for a week, or for not the full week, but for a few days, there was certain things that they couldn't eat, that she wasn't allowed to eat. Some breads or meat. I think she
Yeah,
said meat and those kinds of things.
it's different in every family because my
Mm.
friend's father, before Easter, he goes at church at 8 p.m. and
Mm.
come back at 5 a.m. the next morning. So whole night he listening to the pray.
Oh, so he listens to them pray for the whole night. That's very interesting. Because she also said, also like you said, it's very different from family to family. But I think she said they went to church every day in the week, maybe. If I
Uh,
remember
on
correct, yeah.
on
May
Easter week or they're just religious?
No, just on Easter week. I think yeah, she said on Easter week they go every day. So it's very interesting, because every family is different and every family has their own traditions. Okay, Zana. So the next question that I'm going to ask you is, how does Easter compare to other spring holidays where you live in terms of atmosphere and meaning?
We don't have a lot different holidays in at spring,
Hmm.
but there is also. holiday, which is not really popular, but if you're a farmer, you could celebrate it, and it mostly almost the same with Easter. You just don't need an Easter bread.
Okay, so is it the same traditions then on this holiday?
No, they're different. The tradition is to make uh like a bouquet out of what's it? I need to translate this word.
Is it flowers, maybe?
No,
Mm, could it?
spikelets.
I'm not sure. Grains, or is it something they farm with?
Yes. Maybe I'll send you a word and you will see it because I'm not sure I read it correct.
There we go. Let's see. Spiculate. Is that the Ukrainian word for it?
Yes.
Spiculate. Could it be sorghum?
Hmm?
Sorghum. A lot of our farmers farm with that. Or I have no idea what that is. Do you know what it looks like, Zana?
Yes.
Could you try and explain to me what it looks like, maybe? If you can.
It's it's hard
It's
for me
hard.
because no, I'm bad at drawing. Maybe I can write you the Ukrainian name.
Can try. There we go. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. You see, Ukrainian, when your letters are very different to ours, it's very difficult for me, for us. It's completely different to how we write.
Yes,
Um,
they are. Because they're not European.
mm,
Because European came from Latina and after that from Greek and
mm,
French. And
mm.
my is mostly created by herself and the Greek letters,
The Greek
I think.
letters. Yes, it's very interesting comparing them, though. They're very different, but that's okay. So let's see. The next question. I think I'm going to ask one last question and then I'm going to end the meeting and just start it again so we don't get kicked off of Zoom. So the next question is that I'm going to ask is who is responsible for finding ways to make holiday celebrations environmentally friendly?
Every person.
Every
But
person.
if it's some parade, then it's government because we don't make parades by my,
Mm,
by ourselves.
okay. Do you recycle in Ukraine? Is recycling big in Ukraine?
Not really big, but yes, we have the possibilities to recycle something.
Okay. Do you think there's a lot of extra waste with Easter or the holidays that you have, the big holidays, the festive holidays?
I think Christmas, yes,
Mm,
because the fireworks
mm,
or the trees and how much electricity it goes
mm,
for Christmas. It could be not really environmentally friendly, but Easter it's completely environmentally friendly.
mm. Okay. Okay, well, it's very interesting. It almost seems like with Easter, it's more um, keeping everything clean. It almost sounds like everyone's trying to keep, no, it's more to keep things clean and pure.
There is no ways to really celebrate it. The food you cook, you will eat it, so nothing leaves. The traditions is not something that can hurt the environment. So go to the church.
Mm,
I don't know how it could hurt the environment
mm.
or fight with eggs.
Fight with
And
eggs. Yeah.
even paint, when you pour eggs in paint,
Mm,
they're harder to recycle in ground. But if you paint them with onion or any other ways,
mm,
it won't hurt anything.
mm. Okay. I agree. I do agree with you. Doesn't sound like there's a lot of plastics and stuff. Okay, Zana, I'm just quickly going to end the meeting and just restart it again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.